Can you beat NASCAR 21 Ignition before the game breaks? Oh, no! This is a question I wanted to answer, and it all started 4 years ago, when NASCAR 21 officially released and players quickly realized it was bad.
Oh my god!
So I'm gonna attempt to get every trophy in NASCAR 21 Ignition without running into a single glitch. And first up, we have win a race against a full field of drivers. Apparently in my 12.3 hours of playtime, I've never actually won in this game, so this will be my first time doing it if I can pull it off. I loaded up the easiest track I know of, Talladega, and the point of this video is not to make the races challenging, it's just to get every trophy. So I dialed back that difficulty slider to what I like to call, I don't care, I'm putting on baby difficulty, baby mode. But immediately when I loaded in, I noticed that the game felt weird. My car was constantly turning to the left, which wasn't game breaking, but just really annoying. And anytime I tried to bump draft another car, they would just slide up the track. So I guess I can't go to the front that way. By lap number 3, I was feeling pretty racy. I tried to squeeze in between Cody Ware and Ryan Blaney, but what happened next is something I did not expect. Squeeze. Wait, the contact is, no! What? That was a legit accident, and the physics of that crash were actually pretty solid. I'll give the game that much. But then all the cars in front of me stopped on the track and I was stuck. Again, not the end of the world. I'll just restart the race and... Okay, turns out the first trophy is going to be harder than I thought. I'm starting to see why I couldn't win a race back in 2021, but rest assured, third time's the charm. The pack got insanely spread out, which was not entirely realistic for Talladega, but by the time I got to the backstretch on the final lap, I passed Alex Bowman and went on to win. All right, let's go. Trophy 1 down. Random note, I am possibly the first person in the world to win a race of NASCAR 21 with a Kufandy outfit on. So shout out to Kufandy for being the sponsor of this video. As you guys may know, Kufandy is sponsoring Christopher Bell's number 20 Camry at Martinsville next month. And Kufandy invited me out to the race to see that green and orange number 20 in person at one of my bucket list tracks. Visit Kufandy.com for a wide selection of menswear like shirts, hoodies and sweaters, blazers, and much more. For this video, they sent me a few of their products that work great for the fall weather. This bomber jacket and a black t-shirt to pair with it. Now, I am far from a model, but here's what the outfit looks like in full. I recommend browsing Bell's pics on Kufandy's website as a great place to start, and before you place an order, enter my code RG25 at checkout for 25% off your full order. Thank you to Kufandy for sponsoring this video and sending me out to Martinsville later this year. So that leads us to challenge number 2. Win a pole against a full field of drivers. This one should be easier than the last. I mean, there's no other cars on the track, so it's not like I can wreck myself. I also thought it would be boring to race at Talladega every time, so this time around I chose Kansas, and it did not start well. Whoops. I forgot what it was like to play a NASCAR game where you can actually spin yourself out. After 5 years of playing the Heat games, I just assumed I could floor it and be okay. But everything turned out fine because I eventually got the car up to speed and proceeded to self-spin a second time. I might need to turn some assists on. Once I finally did get a lap going though, I tried to do my best Kyle Larson impression, but failed. And after hitting the wall, I was still delusional enough to think that maybe I could still get the pole. But no. So on my second try, I was just focusing on running a clean lap. And that did the trick. There we go. After completing my second challenge, I looked at the trophy board and really started to realize what I got myself into. Win 5 races? I mean, that's asking a lot for a guy who could barely win one, but I knew that if I just kept playing the game, I would unlock it naturally, and there were a lot of challenges that also required me to play career mode. So I started one up, and I selected to drive as Christopher Bell, because duh. Who else? Okay, here's the challenge we're gonna complete next. Start on pole, lead every lap, and win a race in career against a full field. That'll be pretty easy on this difficulty. You think it will, huh? Well, the first part of this challenge required me to start on the pole. So when I ran my lap and it said 13th, I was kinda confused. I mean, I'm on the lowest difficulty, at least I thought I was, but when I got into the race, I also noticed something else. It changed my name from Raw Gator to Player Driver, which I guess is fine. It's just a glitch and doesn't break the game. is what I keep telling myself. I worked my way from 13th to 3rd in just 2 laps, and the final cars to catch were William Byron and Alex Bowman. I passed them with ease and won the race, but that didn't count towards the challenge. I had to lead every single lap. So when I saw that the next race was at Daytona Road, I knew I was cooked. I looked through the challenges again and called an audible. Okay, something extra we can do. Finish each session in first place during one weekend. I can do that. If I could complete this one, it was pretty much going to complete the other trophy that I was already trying to do. I didn't want to try it at Daytona Road though. 4 years ago, I recall being able to sim through the races, but when I tried doing it now, it wasn't letting me. I was forced to do every single practice, qualifying, and then race. It was unfortunate, but I went into the first practice with the goal of getting first anyway. But every time I tried braking, my tires would just lock up, causing me to slide in a straight line. And that made it nearly impossible to achieve a clean lap. You know what else makes it impossible to run a clean lap? Oh my god, I forgot. I'm used to doing the Daytona 24 on iRacing that I forgot this extra NASCAR chicane ever existed. And this made me want to play Daytona Road even less. But I stuck through it, completed my practice lap, only to find out it didn't count my lap, bro. It didn't count my lap. I think it might have been because I ended the session instead of going into the pit lane, and this is when my motivation to play the game started to take a turn. I'm not doing this race. Like, I'm just not. I'm not gonna be able to win from 40th. But I did the race anyway, and let's just say it started out with a bang. What? Dude! I have been giving this game the benefit of the doubt. Whenever a little glitch would happen, I pushed through it because the game wasn't breaking. But this was definitely the closest I've gotten to it. What is this AI, by the way? Are we pacing or are we racing? Even with this crazy start, I managed to reach 9th place by the time I was on the backstretch. And then I realized, wait, this is a 1-lap race. The video was not going to plan. I had already been playing for nearly an hour and only completed 2 challenges, but I persevered. The goal was still to get first place in practice, qualifying, and the race, and I'd even try leading every lap while I was at it. I was feeling much more confident about my chances at Homestead. After laying down my hot lap in practice, I ended that session in first. I then proceeded to qualify first by half of a second, and so the final step was to lead all the laps and win the race, which I also did. At this point, the leaderboard was starting to bug out, but I'm still not going to consider that game breaking, and after a quick 5-lap race, I got my 3rd trophy of the video. But there was a problem. I still had 25 more to go. I scrolled through them once again and realized, wait, I did this one. Finish each session in first in a single weekend. I got scammed. But then I saw a challenge that almost made me turn off the game. Win 3 championships in a career. That would keep me playing pretty much all night. So I settled for something much easier. Finish the Coca-Cola 600 at 100% length against a full field of drivers. Only 0.8% of players have achieved this, so I knew I wanted to add my name to the list. But on the other hand, I don't know what these game devs thought they were doing, putting players through the torture of having to play a 4-hour race. But I had a plan for it. For this one, I would turn on caution flags and just keep wrecking over and over to advance the laps as quickly as possible. A classic strategy I used 5 years ago to complete a 100% race on NASCAR Heat 5 in just 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Yes, there's cautions, guys. Every time I spin a car out, a caution comes out and advances us like 5 laps. It worked like a charm. Until it didn't. Because randomly, whenever I would spin someone, or even myself, the caution just refused to come out. Bro, give me a caution. Bro, give me a caution, bro. Bro, give me a caution. The game might be broken. Eventually, I did get a caution, but if this was gonna happen every time, it would take considerably longer for me to finish the race. It was starting to get ridiculous. I somehow managed to flip my own car, and not even that was enough for a caution apparently. At this point, getting a caution to come out was starting to feel like a chore. My motivation to play the game was quickly dwindling. I started driving backwards, but instead of showing me the yellow flag, they showed me the black flag instead. And that's when this happened next. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I was having fun. That was actually the most fun thing in this video. I'm gonna do a different challenge. There's an online tab, and I know I need to win a race online. Wait, the servers I think are shut down. I think the servers are shut down online, but there's online challenges. I never raced online in this game. With the online servers being shut down, it confirms that it's now impossible to beat NASCAR 21 Ignition. Honestly, I was kind of relieved to find out that I couldn't beat the game because I wasn't having that much fun. So knowing that the video was basically over at this point, I still had one thing left to do. I queued up Talladega to do something that I've been waiting to do for this entire video. Alright guys, I present to you the most fun thing you can do in NASCAR 21 Ignition. Track is blocked. Look, the game's broken. Guys, I broke NASCAR 21 Ignition. So there's your answer. No, you cannot beat NASCAR 21 without the game breaking. In this video earlier this year, I said that I would play Ignition for 24 hours straight, but after filming this video, it's just not gonna happen. So I have an offer. I am so excited to play NASCAR 25. So if you wanna see me play that game for 24 hours instead, hit like on this video and subscribe.